Just a heads up, I'm going to sound a little quieter in this video than normal because I was sick at the time of recording this and I'm not sure if it's COVID yet because I haven't got a result. Just giving you a heads up in case you complain about my quiet voice. By popular vote, it's Super Mario Bros. The Great Mission to Rescue Princess Peach. Talk about an odd film to review. Not only is it an anime, a first for Animation Explosion and most likely the last, but it's also a rare Japanese film that's never officially been released in English. And even Japanese VHS tapes are hard to come by. But thankfully nowadays we have English dubs on YouTube to help us out. Even if they are far from perfect. I wanted to throw this into by popular vote purely because of the Illumination movie that's coming out soon. Well, that, and because I wanted to see if this anime Mario film is better than the live action movie. So I sat down, took a watch of it, and it's weird, to say the least. Not in a good or bad way, it's just... what the hell did I just watch? One night while playing video games, very meta humor I'm guessing, Mario has a princess magically transport to his room from the Mushroom Kingdom who's on the run from the evil King Koopa. How they managed to get here through Mario's TV isn't really explained, but okay. Eventually Mario and his brother Luigi find themselves in the Mushroom Kingdom as well, where an elderly hermit tells them the prophecy of two brothers from far away saving the kingdom from Koopa's reign and encourages them to venture forth to save the princess and restore the kingdom back to normal. Oh, and there's a random dog who goes with them too, but he's not really important until the end. It's your basic MacGuffin quest for the sole purpose of rescuing a pretty woman, and as far as faithfulness goes to the original game, it certainly meets that requirement, better than most video game movies actually. But when I say it's basic, I very well mean that. There's hardly any twists or surprises to keep you invested, and there isn't even any deep character growth or flaws that they go through. It's usually just treated as either jokes to get a quick laugh, or lazy plot convenience to keep it going afloat. Like when this random plant grows out of nowhere to get Mario away from baddies, or how a simple escape from a piranha plant forest causes it to crumble to pieces. We don't even really know that much about Mario because he's extremely one-dimensional. All I got from this movie was that he's a good guy who means well but can get easily distracted. And I mean that literally, to the point of making him look dumber than the movie wants us to think. Such as randomly choosing pasta over eating a star in order to defeat Koopa and save the princess. That seems a little bit off. I didn't hate Mario in this movie, but he's not exactly a strong protagonist either. Now that I think about it, a lot of the characters fit in that basic area too. Luigi's just the goofy sidekick who's also hungry for riches at any opportunity. It's funny, but also very flat. The princess mostly does nothing but yell for help with a really annoying voice, I might add, and Koopa's just the big evil bad guy who wants to marry her. And when you throw all that into this basic and generic story about trying to rescue a princess, it almost feels hollow in a way. Some would argue there's no point in making these complaints because this movie only came out a year after the game and they didn't have a lot to work with. Yeah, that could excuse some of the movie's choices, and I will give the movie credit for taking what's basically nothing and turning it into something, but compelling characters and more coherent story is still something that could have easily been fixed with or without the existence of a tie-in video game. Mario and Luigi were literally identical sprites by that point, so I understand giving them personalities by that point would have been tricky, but even still, the way they turned out feels a little dry. I will say this though, Luigi definitely reminds me of Wario. Maybe that might explain his unusually blue and yellow colors. Yes, I know why he looks that way, don't remind me in the comments. Oh, and remember when I said at the start how weird this movie is? I'm not exaggerating, this is one of the strangest movies I've ever seen in my life, which is a lot considering how weird the games can get too. Like, the movie establishes that, like the game, all the toads were turned into flowers and bricks, and yet it's never explained how there's toads in literal coins either. There's Mario product placement all throughout, which now makes me wonder if Mario and Luigi are actually famous in their world, and then there's just pure nightmare fuel. Seeing Koopa like this for the first time almost set me into cardiac arrest, I swear. Oh, and this as well? Yep, totally not creepy at all. And damn, I was starting to get sick of that song playing throughout the movie. They play it no less than 5 or 6 times, and yes, I know the lyrics are different, but it literally sounds the same. I wouldn't go as far as to say this movie's bad, as it's a little unfair to judge something that only came out a year after the game, but when it comes to storytelling, characters, and even music, I still think there was an opportunity to turn out something better than what we got. It doesn't matter whether you watch the Japanese version or YouTube English dub, it's quite a messy movie anyway. Not bad, but definitely an oddball. I can say at least it's better than the live action movie, but whether or not it'll be better than the upcoming movie will be left up for debate for quite a while.